So the other thing to be aware of is the global settings in the atmosphere editor. So aerial perspective, what does that do? Well, it does a lot, actually. So imagine you build your scene and it's a real world scale, which normally if you're a civil guy like Ron Jones and all those guys out there that do big civil projects, it is true scale, real world scale, so several kilometers. But if you wanted to change the aerial perspective and say you set it to 10, so let's say your scene is 1 mile and you set it to 10, it's like you said, now it's 10 miles as far as the atmosphere is concerned. Instead of looking through 1 mile of atmosphere, you'd be looking through 10 miles of atmosphere. So if you want to make your fog more pronounced, for instance, you can change the aerial perspective. Be aware that having this number big and you've got an interior scene, you might end up with what appears to be fog or haze in your building. So just be aware that that could happen to you. So in this first slide here, this is an aerial perspective of 1. And this is the same scene doing nothing other than changing the aerial perspective. And this is set to 5. And then this is set to 10. And 50. So it gets very, very foggy looking, hazy. And here's a render that I did a couple months ago. And I wanted to show Godrays, which is another thing in the global settings for the atmosphere editor. So this is without Godrays, and then I rendered one with Godrays, and you can kind of start to see them forming here. But you can also see that the clouds seem to have a lot more depth and punch if you've got Godrays enabled.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.